Brevity is a solid word.
I love your content, man. Critters, am I on Twitch? Yeah, but I had trouble with my internet signal and I just reset it, so it probably just went now. Probably just actually happened now. My Wi-Fi is being difficult today.
Works great for ADHD, absolutely. Because like my whole thing was like I haven't read all the way through theory, like a lot of other leftists. So as I learn it, I've dumbed it down for lack of a better term. I'm trying to simplify it for the working man. Most people only read on like a 5th grade level, and boy, that book is difficult.
Yeah, but like I'm going to trash talk my fellow leftists here a little bit. Way too many leftists are, and I'm going to talk in college terms, way too many leftists only do 401 classes. Only are doing the most advanced shit. You know what I mean? Like they're like, let's talk theory about this book that you need like a college level reading ability to understand. That's great. And that conversation needs to happen. But Donald Trump is a bitch and this is fucked up also needs to happen. So people, but there's people on the fence. Like, I don't know if you saw me say this. I've said it a couple times recently. A third of the country is on the left. A third of the country is fascist. And the third of the country is not paying enough attention. And those are the people we need to grab. Like,
oh yeah. Like, and it's wild because if you're like somebody on TikTok, especially if you're a creator with some sort of following. And back to what I was saying earlier, like I only made an account to get like 1,000 followers so I could go live and just like, have fun messing with people on live. I didn't ever expect anything like, but yeah, the people that don't pay attention, like if you're plugged into TikTok, you have like up to the minute information because it's like, oh, hey, my cousin works in the so-and-so and she just told me. And then it's like, okay. And then we hold on to that information. And as soon as it gets verified, we all know it. But like, I go and talk to somebody who only relies on like mainstream media and they're like 3 days, 4 days behind.
Absolutely.
Like they don't even know about the karate chop. They don't even know about the inauguration karate chop.
Dude,
yeah.
What gets me is we had to pay attention to that because it was so fucking horrendous. But they also buried a bunch of important shit in the news while we were like, did no one see My Heart Goes Out to You was bullshit?
Oh, yeah. And what really upsets me is like the people who are defending it, and even like some, I don't know if it was mainstream when I saw this, but they've already turned it into that he said my heart goes out to you before he did it. And that's not what he did. He did it twice. He did it once, turned around, did it, and then said it. But like, I took Holocaust studies when I was in high school because like I had a teacher who was, one of those teachers that like they're such a good teacher, you don't care what they teach, you'd rather just take it.
Side note for everyone watching, I'm about to feed a big snake, so if that's not what you want to see, just listen for a second. I'll tell you when I'm done. Back to it, my friend.
Big snake feeding. I've been near a big snake before. Well, now I'm interested in the snake. I just kind of want to watch this thing now. Watch out.
Well, you keep talking, and you'll see it.
Yeah, so I took, Holocaust studies and whatnot, and so I learned intimately, they literally teach you how it started all the way up to now, and that being in, combination with like a teacher who teaches you like a person or treats you like an actual person and not just, that weird hierarchy that some teachers do. It really, that combined with the pattern seeking and, autism, these last 8 years have, like Miles Morales, his spider sense doesn't go off. And it's like, I'm kind of figuring, I mean, not to the same extent, but.
I saw that guy's video, dude. That was so good. So good and so true. Like the guy that made the video, Miles Morales' spider sense never goes off. Fucking flawless.
Oh yeah, I just recently learned about it. I was like, wait a minute, yo, that's crazy. That's more that. It's more that woke DEI. I tell you what.
By the way, I like that you said you just started making videos while you were working. I make my shit while I'm working. Clearly, this is all done while I'm working.
Business, so like, I can, you know, I can make whatever videos I want.
I think hold on one second. I think I saw Isha in here. Isha, if you want to come up and join us, I'd love to have you. If not, respectable.
Stereo's in the chat too. Hello, Saint Stereo.
I don't know that person.
Saint Stereo is a leftist comrade, and he knows all the stuff about theory and stuff. I don't want to label him. So.
Vereen, to answer your question, this guy, he tweeted this, but then he made a TikTok about it, talking about how Miles Morales' spider sense never goes off. And it was a black creator talking about how when you're a black man in America, you never get to let your guard down. It's so well executed. It's in my shared videos. I actually reposted it because it's beautiful. Hi, Isha.
Hey, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm watching right now, like, yikes.
Sorry for that loud noise. That's the loud noise tonight. That's the last loud noise tonight. Oh, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I was worried about you.
I know. I've been chilling.
Oh, so you just took a mental health day?
No. I've been working.
You've been working?
I don't think I've been on live since I was on GT's live.
I haven't seen you in a while.
I was live for like hours. What? I don't even know what night that was.
You were on, I think it was last night or the night before you were on for a long time.
Yeah, I think it was like Friday night. Okay, who was in the box with you? What is his name?
Proletariat Repair. He is a leftist from, I forget, Alabama?
Yeah.
Oh, my mom's from Alabama. Cool. I just followed you.
We go way back. I know her.
Yeah. What part of Alabama are you from?
I am from the Birmingham area, specifically Warrior.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Goshen?
Like Goshen, Alabama?
Yeah.
No, I'm looking that up now.
Yeah, look it up. It's right between Laverne and Troy.
I took myself off camera because I'm eating pretzels and I didn't want to just be munching. I just typed in Goshen on Google, not even Goshen, Alabama. It's a bonsai tree.
It's like I think there's like 200 people that live there.
Isha.
Oh, yeah, the Wikipedia says 266, down from 300.
Yeah. Most of them I'm related to.
That's wild. That's like one of those towns that could be like at risk of is it D Corporation?
Well, they only have a co-op, a church, and one little corner store. You know what? They have a post office.
That's a no stoplight town right there.
There are no stoplights at all. But yeah, my great grandparents were farmers out there.
Very cool.
So I made a video talking about some stuff that's related. So this seems like an area. I went with my mom. So she does stuff in the medical field, like with nursing homes and whatnot. She got connected to this church, and they go out into areas that and these are like the deep areas like that only have 200-300 people, and they just provide them with like medical care. So they would take their blood sugar, their blood pressure, check their eyes, ears, all that kind of stuff for free, and then give them the blood test and all that kind of stuff. So I've maybe not there, but I have been to some places that only in Alabama that only have
Well, yeah, like when I was a little girl, we used to go there every summer, and my great grandparents did not ever like learn how to drive and stuff. So like I think my great grandpa maybe went to the second grade, something like that. But like we would go out there and I mean it was very different than living in Dallas, Texas when I lived in Dallas. You know, they still were on the, you know, y'all got any colored people out there? Like that kind of thing.
Hang on 1 second for me. So to TikTok and YouTube, I have Isha and Proletariat over on the TikTok machine. People are very confused because there's nobody on this stream, but they're on this stream. So
oh wait, what's happening?
I'm also, hold on, I'll show you, Isha. I'll show you. I am also streaming on YouTube and Twitch.
Oh, gotcha. I didn't know you were on Twitch. I need to follow you.
I just started it. When TikTok came back after the bullshit, I was like, well, me and Christian actually set up the Twitch and the YouTube when we thought TikTok was going to be gone for a long time. And because TikTok's also clearly made a deal with the Orange Man, I'm going to keep doing both until that platform's big enough because I don't trust this platform.
Hey, somebody said shout out from Fort Worth, Funky Town.
Somebody said half horse town.
I don't know what that means.
Like, you know, a one horse town?
No.
Oh, so like that's a saying that if it's like a real small town, like the town only has one horse, like it's a one horse town. It's a
okay, I get it.
Call it a half horse town. So it's smaller than a one horse town. Oh yeah, your grandparents, they were probably on like well water and stuff, weren't they?
No, they weren't on well water when I was there. Maybe before, but they had their house redone. You know.
Okay, because my grandparents lived in Hackleburg, Alabama, and they were on well water for like, I think I was close to driving when they got city water. It was wild.
I'm not trash talking y'all, but this sounds like the most hillbilly shit.
It is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like no shade.
Yeah, somebody. I didn't even think that this would be like something that would make people happy or whatever. But somebody. I was talking about McDonald's, and we down here say it McDonald's. You know, if we're really leaning into it. And somebody in the comments said, wow, it's really nice after moving away to hear somebody say McDonald's like that. It's really, you know, it makes me feel at home. I was like, wow, that's nice.
We're going to the McDonald's.
Oh, yeah, go in there to McDonald's and get me yeah. That's how it is.
Going to my great-grandparents would be like, you going to the Piggly Wiggly?
Oh, yeah, the Piggly Wiggly.
I love Piggly Wiggly.
We got a Piggly Wiggly. My dad calls it the Hoggly Woggly.
All right, I'm stealing that. 100%. I'm stealing that.
He does. He calls it the Hoggly Woggly. Okay, somebody in the comments said they grew up in an outhouse until they moved to the city. My mother actually, like they lived on the same land we live on right now, and yeah, they lived with an outhouse, but they were like hella poor, like had to have their own chickens to have eggs type of poor, and they didn't buy the chickens. The chickens fell off a truck and they were damaged chickens, so they had some damaged chickens that they got for free, and that's how they had eggs. But yeah, they came from like the dirt. So
yeah, my great grandparents, they had a chicken coop. But they were mostly like watermelon farmers, so they would sell a lot of that, and then the summers of shelling peas.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're talking about a hillbilly talk. If I have to shell another pea, pulling the string, snapping peas.
My God!
You'd wake up and the whole house smells like peas, and you're like, "Well, I'm not doing anything today." It's like, how is this vacation?
I want you to know that. I want you to know that I didn't know that was a thing you could do all day. Though I do wind up doing all the ones we do in this house.
Shoot, all day. That's all day with like Mama, Papa, and all the grandkids doing it.
Yep.
But yeah, my granddad on my dad's side was the one that was a farmer. So yeah, they did a lot of watermelons and stuff too. But until like they had to, lived until like 80 something, I think, 70 or 80 something, and daily they had to be like, get out of the garden, one of his 5. This convo is interesting to me as a West Coaster. Absolutely, that's our life. Like, I personally am not an outdoorsy, like, mudding and hunting and that kind of stuff, but that's definitely what life is like down here. Oh, hey, dude, Whataburger. I love Whataburger. Somebody said, shout out Whataburger.
There's Whataburger in Alabama?
Hell yeah, there's a Whataburger in Alabama. There's one in every damn city, baby.
Okay. I haven't, you know what? I haven't been to Alabama probably in about 8 or 9 years. So.
It's got some, it's got its problems with politics and, some people and whatnot, but it definitely has some beautiful scenery.
Oh, yes.
And it's got some cool stuff. Hey, somebody said they love me in the chat.
Aww.
That's nice. I love them.
Aww.
Let's not get parasocial, but you know what I mean. I wish there was one in England. Some of these places sound so. Okay, one thing that England has that kind of area has that I wish America had, and that's the right to roam law. Where like
I cannot imagine that in the U.S. Cannot imagine it.
No, they've got it in the U.S., but it's just called the right to get blasted.
I was going to say the right to get murked.
Yeah, dude. So I saw a video on TikTok of somebody. There were 2 guys walking down the waterway fishing, and the guys that owned the land on either side was like, "You guys gotta go." It's like, dude,
you don't own the water.
Yeah, but then they got the sheriff involved, and the sheriff was like,
me and my wife have been looking for a different property, and she sent me one, and there's like a big creek is what I would call it that runs through the center. I'm like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because people are going to walk right up that creek to snoop. No fucking way.
Moving?
Now, I also want weird animals on that property, like porcupines and big cats and shit. So it would be bad for me to have anything people could walk up. If I was just a regular dude, I wouldn't care.
You should get more than 6 or more pigs.
Why?
Because pigs are cool, and that number is not specific for any reason.
But pigs are stinky.
If you don't get them, you should at least know somebody that has like 6 or 7 pigs.
Look, I want coonies.
What are you going to do with the pig?
Have you, first of all, non-serious reasons, have you ever like been around a pig? They're awesome.
No, I haven't. So my mom is from Alabama, but my dad's from Queens.
I do love pigs, and I would like pigs as pets. I'm not gonna lie.
So what? But I mean, like, you just hang out with them?
Oh yeah. So
they're smart.
Oh yeah, they're about as smart as a 3-year-old. So you don't you can't let them get away with something one time because they'll learn.
How do you train? You train them?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're extremely trainable. Okay. Yeah, they're great. They're cool because they're just like a dog or something. They'll jump up on your lap and whatnot, but like their hooves do feel like hammers, which kind of hurts. But no, pigs are cool. And the reason that you either have a bunch or want to know somebody with a bunch is pigs are like the Komodo dragons of the South. They eat bones.
They do what?
They eat bones.
Eat bones?
Oh yeah. They'll disappear anything.
Okay. All right, y'all.
One of my relatives had pigs, and he was out of town, and his kids called him and said, "Hey, one of the pigs passed away, and the other pigs won't let us in the pen to do anything about it." And his response was, "They'll deal with it. Don't worry about it." When he got home, no evidence of a missing pig. The number was just down by one.
The evidence was one less pig.
Yep. No.
They don't attack each other though, huh?
No.
Not if they're well fed, because they bond with each other.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, they're super smart. They're great. I do want pet pigs, but I don't think people would come on my property to snoop my pet pigs. I do think they'll come on my property to snoop some of the other shit we want.
And pigs can get big too.
I was gonna say, I never had a pet. Like, yeah, it's weird. I never had a pet. But I was thinking when I become an empty nest, I want to get.
I mean, you deserve a pet. You should treat yourself.
Well, yeah, like I would like a pet that's like super smart. You know, one that's not saying that cats and dogs are not smart, but you know, I'd like a little bit of a, you know, not an exotic animal, I guess, or maybe it would be. I don't want a monkey or anything, but maybe something in between, like, you know, cat and dog sort of normality, I guess, and like a raccoon would be cool.
They suck as pets.
Really?
Yeah. You know what you want as a pet? If you want that, ferrets.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. But
they're so smart.
Everybody said they smell bad.
Haha! There's a chemical you can put in their drinking water, and they don't smell.
What, bro? Just dose our pets. That's
I have 2 ferrets, and when people find out we have ferrets, they always go, and I'm like, our house doesn't smell, and they go, and then they come over, and they're in the same room as the ferrets. Like, how do they not smell? I'm like, we spend $5 a month on putting a chemical in their drinking water, and they don't smell. And they're like, what? I'm like, yep, that's it. Whoever just asked me what the chemical price is, Rowan, DM me. I'll DM me on a different app where I can send screenshots. I'll send you a photo of it. You need that for your farting, bearding dragon. There's nothing I can do about that. Those stink.
Oh my god.
Those stink.
Yeah, there are certain animals, because I'd like a social animal. Like, you know, snakes are cool, but like, how do you know if a snake is being like, does a snake, you know, try to get your attention? You know what I'm saying? Like a cat or a dog would be like, hey, I want to hang out with you or whatever. Does a snake or a lizard like do that, or do they all just kind of?
The biggest tegus that are smart enough that they will, but they're a big investment of time and space. They're a big investment of time and space.
Nick, are you managing guests?
Am I managing guests? I can. Really, I've just been choring.
Okay.
Why, are you managing guests? Are you in charge?
No. I was asking because I was just making sure, like, whoever, because I don't know anybody that's requested.
I'll look in 1 sec. I don't know why that was so loud. I wasn't that far away yet.
I think I would end up getting like a Maine Coon cat, because they're just huge cats.
They are huge.
When you say huge, how big?
Like, I think the biggest ones can get 4.5 feet long.
They're like double or triple the weight and size of a normal cat.
Yeah, they're the dogs of the cat world. It's MAINECOON. They are radical. Probably the best cats you've ever seen. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that. It's fucking infectious.
Why did you do that? Because you're fucking weird, which is also why I like you.
Dude, I love being weird. It's cool.
I mean, I hope you love being weird because you have no fucking choice. I was gonna say, I don't know you if you know this about yourself, friend, but
like I said, I had a Maine. Let's see, somebody Gothic Lily Pad said I had a Maine Coon who used to bring parts of squirrels. Yeah, I would probably try to train my Maine Coon to go scavenge the junkyard behind my house for parts.
How about we don't let our cats outside? Bad for the environment.
I'd go with him.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I don't know. I do live in. Yeah, there's like 4 cats under a house across the street from me.
Hold on one second.
So
Vile, no idea. I'll let you make the call. Oh man. Oh my goodness.
So okay, you said. Oh no, this is probably more important. I had just another cat question.
Go ahead,
It
Isha.
says, don't put cats outside. Like,
It's horrible for the environment, and they don't belong there.
oh yeah, I wouldn't do an outside cat. That's not cool.
Yeah.
That's not even a pet. That's just like a guy.
So many people let their cats outside. I hate it so much. Isha, what were you going to say? I'm sorry. We both cut you off.
I was just going to ask you if you successfully fed the snake. I couldn't tell.
One of them ate, one of them didn't. So I'm warming her food up again to see if she'll eat. If she doesn't, it's not a big deal. Sometimes they go off food this time of year. So
she's bougie. My food ain't warm.
So yes, because they struggle to see it with their thermoreceptors if it's not warm.
Okay, my bad. I don't know anything about it.
But they're also bougie when it's cold.
You got to put it in the microwave.
Oh, don't do that.
Not the.
I was supposed to say, how do you warm it up? Does it smell?
Warm water. I use warm water.
Okay.
Yeah, I just
Pops it in the air fryer.
So you have a crispy edge.
God, I can only imagine my wife's reaction if she was like, "What's that smell?" Well, I used one of your fancy kitchen gadgets to. She's pretty understanding. I feel like that might be a step too far.
You'd be right on the line. Maybe not a problem.
Can't put a couple of mice in the Ninja Foodie.
Oh my god.
Just set it on like 200.
Oh.
Those things are versatile. I'm saying they can. I mean, cook a whole rotisserie chicken in there. You could warm up a mouse.
You definitely could, but I feel like it would get too warm.
A mouse.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do this cart.
I was going to say, what are you doing right now?
I'm feeding stuff. I'm feeding geckos.
What do you feed geckos?
Right now, I'm feeding fruit-eating geckos blended up fruit puree. Fruit puree.
Oh yeah, you could sous vide mice.
I could. They're like, have those at 96 degrees at 6 p.m. when I want to use them. Definitely.
Yeah, that's bougie.
Oh, dear
Hello,
God.
Gutter Jeff.
You guys are weird. What's up?
Oh, I didn't realize that I was added to the live.
I think it just happened.
I'm glad there wasn't any flatulence or anything embarrassing on my end.
Well, kick him out and start again. Let him enter with a cool fart.
Oh no, we're happy too.
Oh, I thought he wanted to.
Spot, I'm gonna get park shy.
Yay.
Oh, my goodness. How are you doing?
Yeah, watch out.
I'm doing great. Just doing some maintenance on my snakes.
Hello, fellow reptile keeper. What type of snakes?
I've got a ball python to rescue. I'm not really much for ball pythons. Just doing a solid for a homie right now. And it's way too much of an enclosure. I kind of bit off more than I could chew.
Look at all these comments. Show us this. Show us that. It's late
Those
here,
are
y'all.
snakies.
It's late here, y'all. Nothing's out.
I am the odd person out here.
I don't have a snake.
To say he doesn't have any pets either. He just said that. It's 50-50 now. It's 50-50. Where's Coco? What's up, Goat? How you doing? Coco was in the other live. She could come over here and defend you, Isha. Then she'd sway the numbers back.
I'm gonna put that though. I'm gonna get me a snake.
Oh my goodness.
What kind of snake do you want?
I got one.
He doesn't know.
I would really like to have corn snakes just because I think they're gorgeous. No particular reason other than they're abundant and gorgeous.
They are the best. They are the best pet snake in the U.S. My opinion. They're readily available. They're bulletproof. They never stop eating. Oh my God. Like, so many reptiles are fragile. Not those guys. Not those guys.
Thanks, really.
Proletariat, what are you showing us? Are you playing Snake right now? God damn it. I need a snake. Let me get a snake. Is that your special computer that only does Snake?
Dude, the way that this computer is acting, I'm surprised it's doing Snake right now. I may or may not have shorted it out, the hard drive out while it was on, but it still works.
I don't even know how you do that. You were probably messing with it. You were probably taking it apart.
I was. It was a customer's device, right? And it wasn't booting. Like, it wouldn't do anything. It wasn't even. Oh damn! My game of Snake is getting serious. It wasn't booting properly, and it wouldn't read any new hard drives I put in it. So they were like, okay. They just donated it for parts, and then I was messing around with it, and somehow the hard drive will work. But it only works for like browsing and playing Snake.
Goat, it's what time is it, Goat? It's 12:30. 12:30 for me.
Gaming live stream? Oh shit. I pressed the wrong button. You know what? No more Snake. I'm embarrassed.
No more Snake.
Nick, are you the weird gecko guy on Twitch?
I am that weird gecko guy on every platform you can think of.
Okay. I'm gonna go find you.
If Isha, if you're in my Discord, there's links to all my platforms in a channel that's called Social Medias.
Christian Mingle. Are you on Christian Mingle?
So I've never been on a dating app because my relationship is older than apps.
Whoa, that's the most boomer thing I've ever heard.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Back in my day, we had to interface in person.
Oh, it was the worst.
Farmers Only. Oh my goodness. Farmers Only has a certain type of woman on there.
I will actually tell you this. I will tell you this. I did actually one time as like a joke, a little jokey joke. I got Tinder because one of my buddies was saying there was no good matches in the area that me and him both live. And I'm like, I bet you it's your settings. And he's like, no, it's just there's no. And I was like, and I grabbed my phone. I looked at my wife. I'm like, I'm putting Tinder on my phone just to show this guy. And she's like, whatever. So I downloaded Tinder while we're all out. And I'm just like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, 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 yes, yes, no, no, no. And we're like, we'll see. By the end of the night, I had 5 matches. And I'm like, look at these 5 matches. And he goes, looks pretty good. I'm like, so your profile shit or your age range is creepy. One of the two. And he wouldn't tell us, so it might have been both.
There are 2 rules Tinder.
What's that?
1, be hot. Number 2, don't be ugly. That's how you do Tinder.
Well, I can tell you that
dating app one time and it was horrific.
Which one was it?
This is gonna be funny.
Uh-oh.
I know this story, but I'm willing to hear it again.
It was blackpeoplemeet.com.
Oh, well, that's not. I mean,
Well, the funny part is most of my inbox, the men were white.
oh, no, oh.
Fucking colonizers.
Yeah, that I specifically never went on that site because I was like, that's not for me. Oh boy.
All this time, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty much what's on there.
But you went on Christian Mingle?
Not I.
Oh, I was talking to proletariat.
Oh yeah, I did go on Christian Mingle.
I knew it.
Absolutely.
I knew it.
Balls or like legitimately looking?
Oh no! Look. I was curious to see what kind of person was on there, and it really just seemed like mega church recruitment.
I could see that.
That's kind of what I figured.
Like, because the thing is, a lot of the date setups were like, going to church and stuff. Yeah, that's weird. Like, how am I going to get to know you? Because at the end of the day, no matter what you believe about religion, there is a sort of academic, like, school kind of setting to it. Because you're sitting there learning about, whatever. To me, so I don't want to. It's like I don't want a first date to be a movie because it's like I want to sit in a dark room and look straight ahead and not get to know you. That's a great first date.
So, the first date was going to church?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a no for me.
That's weird. Like
17 and 85, that would have been cool, I guess.
Oh yeah, because that's the only place. That's what. Were we gonna go stand in the field and look at the stars? Which, I mean, yeah.
How them are beautiful.
Okay. So that is one thing I want to do. Is there's a light pollution map that shows you where there's like no, light, where you can actually see what the sky looks like. Because I know that stargazing back in like, the Western times probably insane. Like, looking at the light, the non-light polluted sky.
I didn't actually see the stars until I was in my early 20s. The first time I really got far enough out of the city to be able to really see the stars.
I don't think my kids have really seen, like they've been there when they were smaller, but right now I think they would be like in awe. I mean, they've been to the planetarium.
I wonder if that's why, there's such an issue with people and their egos. I mean, maybe looking at the stars every night does something to remind you of how fucking small you are, and we've kind of lost that.
Right.
That's a good thought.
I agree.
I will tell you, the first time I saw the stars for real, I was in the middle of the woods in Oklahoma, and it was the weirdest thing. I was like, what, why is this? My city boy ass was very confused.
Yeah, it's subtle, and then you look up and you're like, why is this not familiar? It is, but it's not. What is fucking happening?
You're like, holy crap, there's really stars.
Yeah. And satellites, and like...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, I have two mods here. I did realize one flaw to me doing the double stream. I can't take you guys up and down the stairs with me. Mods are in charge while I go grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Let me tell you how I really feel about this weird gecko guy.
Yeah, tell us. Talk to us.
That's pretty cool. He's not a crossword. Not a crossword.
I feel like when the teacher steps out of class.
Oh yeah, just I'm gonna write. The mods are gonna write our name on the board.
Or you're like, be good or no, or
yeah. Oh man, what do we want to do? Do we want to be loud? Teacher had to go to the office. Was it serious?
No. What are we gonna hide while he's gone?
Oh yeah, dude. Turn his snake upside down, dude. Dude, put a bow on one of his snakes. Everyone drop your pencils when he comes back.
a bow on one of
You know what? I think that everybody dropping their books right at the same time. Oh man.
It's always anarchy time.
Gen Z is the last generation to see the sky before Starlink. Yeah, I'm torn on Starlink because, like, well, no, I'm not torn on Starlink. Sorry, I just talked to the other part of me that actually has the information. Starlink sucks. Like, it's not even good speeds for what you pay. Like, the speeds are up to, they're like, oh, your speeds are up to whatever, and it's not even guaranteed. Okay. Oh, but it'll go down if the power goes out. Who cares?
Yeah, the signal is pretty spotty. I don't have it, but my brother and his wife do for their remote jobs, and they do nothing but talk shit about it.
Oh yeah, I mean it's fine for places where you need like, for RVs and the places where like they don't have the stuff ran, like the local game store, they have Starlink because they don't have Spectrum there. What is the Starlink? That is the space internet that Elon Musk put into space himself. He threw the satellites up there with his big, strong arms, and he pulled back on a big bungee cord and shot him up there in space.
What a time to walk back in. Big, strong arms.
Yeah, we're talking about how Elon Musk personally threw all of the Starlink satellites up there himself.
Whew. By the way, speaking of Mr. Muskrat, did anyone watch his fucking live stream to that German political rally?
Unfortunately.
Oof.
I saw some clips of it. I didn't watch it.
Oh.
Same.
I saw enough.
Yeah, there you go. I saw enough.
I saw enough.
Oh yeah, I'm just glad when I showed my mom his, little salute. The only thing she said was confirmation. She said, H man's name. I don't want to tarnish your thing here. I don't know what the shit's like, but you just said his name with a question mark, and I was like, yep. And she rolled her eyes hard as hell. Like, yes.
Oh man, it is.
Talking points were suspiciously in line with 1933.
I wish we were as far back as 33. I feel we're at like 40 already.
Oh yeah, I went to like as soon as he did that. Christian Divine, if any of y'all follow him, he's
love Christian.
Yeah, he made a video that was like, let's see what 4chan thinks about it. I did the same thing. I was like, yeah, I want to see what 4chan thinks about it, and they were like, they were happy about it. So,
well, of course. I mean, all of the Kekistani whatever.
Oh, Lord, that's a word I hadn't heard in a while.
I didn't even hear that word, whatever it was.
Resurgence, man, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. The Kekistan. It's their little online country of memes and owning the libs.
Gotcha. I will tell you, as someone who has vocally been against World War II Germany aficionados since the 90s, I have not seen them this prevalent in any society in the U.S., like any culture in the U.S., since punk music in the 90s. This is terrifying.
They have always been, as a chronically online young man, they have always thrived on the dark, not dark web, but like the darkest, well, yeah, they have, but, your darkest, unmoderated spaces. There's still that.
Interesting fact. The second group of people to organize on the internet after the government was them. That's not hyperbole either. That is fact.
If we could take a page out of their book, it would be to organize as efficiently and to work as a homogenous group. I've said that forever. It's like the biggest thing they have working in their favor.
What about that town in Alabama where Operation Paperclip dropped those guys? Yes, Huntsville. That's where the Space and Rocket Center are. Yep. We got them in spades up here. And then a little bit different, not connected to Operation Paperclip, but you've got Coleman, which is the German town, which is a sundown town. Well, was, maybe again soon.
There's someone that comes into my lives a lot who, man, some of the stories he tells about the town he lives in, and he can't afford to move Just breaks my fucking heart. Lee, I too want to stop living through historical events. I just want 1 year where my nieces and nephews are going to be like, can you help me with my book report? What happened in 2027? And I go, whoo, thankfully nothing.
It's like, wow, that year actually kind of was boring. Wow.
We were all just chill and we didn't cause no problems that year. Ugh.
Something funny.
Always.
I don't know if it's funny, but you know, sometimes Nick, you know, I'll say some shit. But okay, so me and one of my coworkers, she's black too, and the other day we were talking and we were like, is it kind of like lately it's kind of weird that now it's white teen men that have been coming in and they seem to be a lot like overly nice. And we were just like, it feels weird. Like in the last week, like I've never had anybody come in and be like, how you doing? Are you doing okay? Like, and even the other day, she had a guy who was talking to her and he touched her arm and he was like, you been doing okay? Like it just seems, I don't know, it just seems odd.
Some people struggle with finding ways to convey allyship. I think everybody's just struggling to show that they care. Some people are maybe being dicks.
I mean, my first thought was they're trying to let you know they're one of the good ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I'm just trying to figure out, like, how do you, like, it just seems so it just seems so odd, you know?
If they have a blue bracelet on?
If they did, I'd be like, what the fuck is this performative shit?
Oh, yeah, it's just white fucking apologists, like, you know, crybaby shit. Performative.
I'm like, you know, it's cool, but I guess, you know, but I don't know if it's landing properly.
I think it's people experimenting with new thoughts for the first time and they're trying to parade it around. Like, look at what I've got. I'm not quite sure how to deal with the new knowledge they have, perhaps. I don't know.
Okay.
They think that a revolution is going to be like a Hunger Games book midnight release.
Yeah, exactly.
Also,
you know, in Texas we don't really get that. You know what I'm saying? So like in Texas we don't get this like hospitality.
Here's another thing that I've been thinking about this a lot. A lot of these people, they have no clue how to convey. Hear me out on this example. And I hope it's going to make sense. You know when someone stifles who they are for a long time, be it a political choice or an orientation or whatever, and then when they're finally willing to like be honest about who they are, they're extremely over the top. Like the only example I can give, and I'm including myself in this, is when a dude that is like, I'm straight, is like, actually I'm bi, and they act very like frilly for the first 6 months. I feel like there are lots of people that have always been like, I don't have to do anything because it doesn't matter. And now they're realizing it does. And it's like, they have no clue how to do that thing. It's like, it's not even like performative allyship. It's performative performing who they are. If that does that make sense?
Well, you know, I don't want to say funny, but the interesting thing about that is that it's not necessary because you know, especially at my age, like I know who you are. Like most of the time I can tell, you know, so it's not necessary. Just be who you are. You don't have to be over the top with it. But I can tell if you don't really care for me or if you're just, you know, just a regular person walking, you know, with no, who cares?
Like,
humans interacting with humans.
Real, recognize real.
Huh?
You know, if it's genuine, you're gonna reciprocate. Real, recognize real. I mean,
yeah,
it's
I mean, I've definitely had people walk by me and I see them zip up their, jacket because they have a Trump shirt on. I don't care. Just don't say anything out of pocket.
Nah,
Yeah, like, I mean, thank you.
Well, for me, it's like I'd rather know who you are.
absolutely. Oh, I understand that.
Proletariat, you're real quiet right now.
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you fine.
Sorry, I had my mic nestled into my boob. Yeah, so like if somebody's zipping up their jacket to hide a Trump shirt, like you can have the awareness to zip it up in front of somebody that would be, affected, but you don't have the thought of like, I'm wearing something that would affect somebody. Like, what the hell? That's crazy.
Yeah, you would be, man, it is so crazy sometimes. Like, I don't know.
I guess I feel like if that's the one instance where you show shame, a group of people that are notorious for being shameless, if that's the one instance where they show shame and show that where they know what they're doing is inflammatory, I guess maybe I'd put that in the win column.
I think they just do it because Isha's taller than them,
It could be.
That's good.
and they're scared of her. I'm scared of Isha, but for completely different reasons.
Yeah, I can get real reckless. I try to be nice though.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I don't, but like, whenever I've worn something to signal to someone I'm not safe, it's because I want specific groups of people to know I'm not safe. Like when I wear a shirt to a punk show that says "fuck racism," I'm looking for like the right type of problem. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like,
I mean, if you're gonna put it on your chest, say it with your chest.
100%. Like, I wore a "fuck racism" shirt, which is from the classic band Fishbone, for those of you who want to hear some great music. And I was at a show, and this guy looked at me and said, "You feel pretty confident wearing that shirt?" I said, "Clearly I do." And he said, "What if you get your ass kicked for wearing it?" And I said, "Well, that's an ass whooping I got to take then." And he looked at me, and I'm like, if somebody has a problem with this shirt and they want to fight me, someone will get their ass kicked. Could be me, could be them. I'm not sure. But I can tell you this much: if I lose, the other person's going to know that I gave it my effort.
Isn't that crazy that people would have a problem with somebody saying "fuck racism"?
That sounds like that guy wanted to fight you. That's all that I really got. It's like, it's like, man, you better get your ass kicked. It's like, are you offering?
I wouldn't say I'm surprised, but millions of people have just denounced a reverend or bishop for asking for mercy. So,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, very true.
I mean,
There's
it's just like the people that say the teachings of Jesus are woke. Yeah, they are. That's the point that you missed.
super duper.
He didn't braid that rope to beat the common man.
Oh man, I got into trouble from some people because I was using that table flipping allegory for anti-capitalism.
The hit dog hollers.
Woman who survived the guys who were back, Chernobyl, and the disease that was here, or is still here, killed while crossing a Brooklyn street.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
God damn it, motherfucker. Excuse my language.
What just happened?
So when you do animals professionally, sometimes you wind up with rescue animals. And I have an animal that is mean as shit, and she just got me, but I'm fine.
What
I'm
kind of
fine.
animal?
I'm okay.
Ouch.
Just a little love bite.
A little nibble.
Just got to hit my hand with a little sanitizer. I'm fine. I'm fine.
What kind of animal?
A sugar glider.
Oh man, those are cool.
They're so cute, and they're supposed to live communally. And this one is here because she refuses to live communally and tries to murder her cage mates. So she's here.
What do you do for that?
She just lives by herself. She just lives by herself. She's by herself, and she seems happy by herself because there's nobody bothering her. And she'll die of old age here, and that's just the way it is, you know. Like,
I'm sorry, I don't know why that sounded really harsh. And we're talking about a sugar glider. She will die of old age.
but she can't. She can't be with others because she's dangerous to them, you know. So
Is she dangerous because she was treated bad?
no. I know the person that produced her. She just, when she hit sexual maturity, she started tearing her cage mates up. And I didn't believe them when they told me this. Full disclosure, I'm like, they're never like that. They're never like that.
Same.
Oh, I get it. Okay, that's all you had to say.
Yeah. Let her live her queen years.
Tearing up shit.
Yeah. Once she hit sexual maturity, she realized that she was the baddest.
She's tough. She's tough. But you know, like normally they can be mean to people, but they'll be nice to each other, and that's fine. And when my friend told, not my friend, when the person I got her from, I shouldn't call them my friend, was like, nah, she bites everything. She attacks her cage mates. I'm like, nah. And I got her, and I tried to introduce her to other sugar gliders, and she was like, I'm gonna kill them. And I was like, okay, maybe you have to live by yourself. Fine.
She said that?
You ever okay with human handling, or just pretty much always wants to be isolated by herself?
Nope. Does not want human interaction. Does not want other sugar glider interaction. Wants to be by herself at all times. And the person I got her from knew I just wanted a pet, and they're like, she's not going to be your friend. I said, that's fine. I just like the way they look. I like interacting with them. I can hand feed her treats like with tongs, but if I were to hold treats out to her, she'd bite the shit out of me. She would bite the shit out of me.
Tongue-fed. She's on a tongue-fed diet. We had a cat, but she was a stray from outside, and she attacked you every time you got near her. So that's the only experience I really have, other than like the dogs I had when I was a child, who are long gone.
I sound better. ADHD. I probably sound better here because the phone is right here and the laptop is there. So they're like, the laptop's another foot back. I haven't figured out how to microphone stuff yet. I haven't figured out how to make that work yet. I'm still experimenting with it, and I'm going and watching my videos after. What I really need to do is figure out how to get the phone and the laptop right next to each other. I just haven't done it yet. Haven't figured it out yet.
Yeah, I got to talk to Corn Pop about his YouTube stream setup, because he's got his camera looking at like the left side or the right side of his face, and his chat is completely on the other side. So he just turns all the way away to read chat, and I had to change that on mine. So my chat is right next to my camera, so it looks like I'm, looking in your eyes when I'm reading what you say.
So I'm almost, see, like my computer, like I'm still fiddling with it, and still fiddling with it.
Now, do you use, have you thought about using TikTok Studio? Or using like Streamlabs to...
I'm using Restream right now. That's what I'm using.
Do you have to pay for Restream?
I am going to pay for an upgraded version of it, but I'm currently using the free version and it works.
So I have Streamlabs, and it's the Ultra thing that lets you do the multi-streaming and all that. It's $30 a month, but it's also like OBS for the theme, all that kind of stuff. I think I need to get paid for that account.
Laptop, I'm sorry I left you. I'll be right back. Oh.
I have to work early in the morning.
Have a good one, Isha. We'll see you soon.
Word, I'm yawning right now. So I'll have to do that as well.
Well, you guys have a good one.
Talk to you guys. See y'all later.
It's nice talking with y'all. I'll see you soon. Bye. All right, let's see. Meta, can I watch your stream? No, because I'm streaming. No, I cannot watch your stream because I'm streaming. And then I can't stream. All right, let's set this up this way. Oh, yeah, I still got to figure out this double dipping. I'm working on it. Let's try this. Bing. Bing. I wish mods could let themselves up.
Hey.
What up?
Oh, you know. They keep trying to pitch OBS to you. I'm like, Nick can't handle that.
Rude. Rude.
That sounds like a nightmare.
I might be able to handle it.
I don't want to have to teach you.
Christian will teach me. Christian will teach me, damn it. Oh.
I mean, if Christian wants to go through that pain, but I think Restream works really well for what you want to do specifically.
Well, who knows? If I can find a better way to do it, I'll find a better way to do it, you know?
Well, OBS is, like, it's more customizable, but you have to put in the effort. You have to put in the work. You have to, like, set up everything yourself, so. Whereas Restream just does it for you.
I will tell you, I've never streamed anywhere where as many people asked me to stop streaming to go watch them as Twitch.
Yeah.
Like,
when I go live on TikTok, though, I do get a lot of, like, people coming in, like, fans being like, will you play my music? And if I'm not doing anything in particular, I'll be like, yeah.
I've never had that, interestingly. But that wouldn't bother me. Like, will you do this thing in the stream you're doing? Sure. Will you stop doing the stream you're doing to come to my stream? No, I will not. Oh, bum.
I mean, I ended up banning that last guy that did it because he just kept doing it. So I was just like, nah, go away.
It's funny.
I really thought very hard about trolling all the guests when you walked away and you're like, mods are in charge, and just like knocking them all down.
that would have been funny.
Back to an empty live.
Question for
like,
the host.
Inviting them back up when you got back. But.
Yeah. Yeah, but then we would have had signs. Marte, what's your question? What's your question? Did I miss anything? Sometimes when I'm like regularly when I'm talking to guests, I cannot keep an eye on the chat.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, I'm watching it.
I know. I'm just more saying like for comments that I might have missed. Marte.
You were talking about ferrets earlier.
What were you saying?
Oh shit.
You first.
Martha. Okay, I was just saying you were talking about ferrets earlier. I had the chance to hold like this albino ferret who couldn't see very well because albino. And the second she was in my arm, she just curled up in like the nook of my elbow. It was so cute. I wanted to die. We
have two right now. We have a male and a female, and the male is the runt of the litter, and he is the busiest ferret you could possibly imagine. When he's out of the cage, when he's in the cage, he just sleeps. And our female is the most relaxed ferret when she's out of her cage, but she's the busiest when she's in it. She has one brain cell, though. When I tell you she has one brain cell, she has one brain cell. She regularly just walks off the edge of the couch and lands up like just so dumb and so cute. So cute.
Yeah, my husky's pretty dumb too.
What was that? Hold on one second. Did I see
They
your...
asked if you saw their comment about an independent news agency.
If it was in one of my videos, I didn't, but my videos are actually doing good numbers right now. I'm doing better this week than I've done in months. I have no idea why. And I have not been able to keep up with the comments. Like I normally am
can't.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'd say, I was about to say, I can't crack like 500 views. I have like 10, 20% like ratio to view ratio, and it just won't.
Well, I don't recall. How many followers do you have?
I have almost about, I have like 800 some odd.
Look, that's great. That is great because I'm over 80K. And for like the 3 weeks before the inauguration, I didn't crack 2,000. So if you're hitting that, your numbers are great. For independent news, Marte, I'm really relying on Al Jazeera right now. Al Jazeera and real actual footage of people on the ground. But Al Jazeera is normally going to steer you right. So I'm relying on that platform quite a bit.
That's the thing though. So like my video that like popped off and got like 27K views, like I got much less like view to like ratio. I got comments. Maybe that's just more algorithmically like good.
Comments are all a comment is better than a like for sure. But like here, let me show you this. I don't know if it'll show.
But like those were not good comments to be fair.
The algorithm doesn't care. Were you in here the night where a Republican was making fun of me before the election that I didn't have viewers and I said I could get viewers, I just need to yell, and I just started yelling at him about nonsense, and my viewers rocketed up to 300, and I just like it was literally just generic insults for Republicans, and it was like, yeah.
I've heard you tell the story before, yeah.
And as soon as I stopped, it just so. Interaction is king. And again, they don't care. They don't care if it's good or bad comments. They just care about comments. They just care about comments.
Yeah, I really thought I popped off with that Elon Musk being awkward one, but I guess not.
When I tell you there's no rhyme or reason to it, there's no rhyme or reason. Also over here, if you're trying to make content and it's not hitting, there's no rhyme or reason. I made a video in one take that I stumbled over multiple times with my phone propped up like this on my steering wheel. Because of that, the audio was horrible. While I was sitting in a parking lot waiting for my wife to come out of a store, 1.5 million views. 2 days later, when clearly I'm on the FYP, because that video is still crushing numbers, I did a well-edited, well-thought-out video, 400 views. There's no rhyme or reason to it. There's no rhyme or reason.
I just wish there was a rhyme or reason. You know?
Absolutely. I wish there was too, but unfortunately there isn't. What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. I should
also get like friends who like know how to market stuff. They're like, you have to find your niche. You have to find your niche. I'm like, my nichers aren't finding me. What are you talking about?
You do have to find your niche, but there's also luck. There is also luck.
Also, like me, only talk about one kind of thing. Never gonna happen. Not once.
Yeah, but like, I'll make content about politics, does numbers. I'll make content about animals, no numbers. I'll make content about D&D, absolutely no numbers. But if I make content critiquing the reptile business, numbers. The algorithm's going to tell you what your niche is. If you care about doing numbers, the algorithm will tell you.
Sorry about the squeak. The dog found his toy.
It's all right. It's actually 1 here, and I should wrap this up. I should wrap this up and go to bed. So that's what I'm going to do because I have a busy work day because Mondays are my busiest work day of the week. I will be live again tomorrow, so I will see you all tomorrow. I am working on figuring out this double stream thing. Thanks for your patience on this, y'all. That is indeed a $1 billion question. All right. Be good, my friends. I am going to go to bed. You'll probably see me active online while I decompress, but it's just because I need to wind down. All right. Be good, my friends. Thanks, Viola. I appreciate you. Are you going live?
No, not tonight.
Then I won't push everyone to your live. You have a good one.
Have a good one.
All right. Bye now.